G'day everyone, and thanks for stopping by for some inspiration. Today I'm going to do an art journal page using some Finnabair stamps, and this is the Dream On and the Don't Forget to Fly stamp sets. I've got a DarkRoom Door stamp set here, but I'm not sure I'm going to use it. Got some white cardstock that I'm going to use to stamp on with archival black ink, and I've got some distress paint here that I'm going to use on the page also. I've also got some cosmic shimmer powder here, and you activate this by spritzing water onto it. So this page has got some leftover stenciling on it, and it will make a great addition to the background. So I've just got some stamps randomly from both my Finnabair stamp sets and just going to randomly stamp all over the pages. So while I've got my stamp pad out and my stamps, I'm just going to stamp some butterflies onto some white cardstock here, because this is what I'm going to be using to colour my butterflies in with some cosmic shimmer just a little later. So when I am doing art journaling, I do make sure that I try and do all the stamping all at once instead of coming back to it. Now, if you haven't used these paints before, they are really good because they come with a foam lid, so you don't really need a paintbrush, so it's really good. So I'm just applying the paint, and I'm just using my fingers just to smooth out the edges a bit, or feather the edges as well. So the three colours that I'm using go really well together. Now I've got this dusty attic metal plate stencil here, and I haven't used it before, I don't think, so I'm going to use it today for the first time. And I've got the Crafters Workshop Light and Fluffy modelling paste, which is my absolute favourite. It is just like icing, I've just got to say. I've got some re-inker in Vintage Photo, and I'm just going to mix that through the modelling paste here. So because I used the Vintage Photo in the distress paint, I decided to use the re-inker as well in this, so it will really make a really good background. As you can see, some has seeped underneath my stencil, so I'm just going to clean that off just with a palette knife and wet wipe. So I'll just wipe that up. Just going to give it a really good dry before I just move on to colouring my butterflies. So I'm just going to have a play with the Cosmic Shimmer today, and I'm just finely spritzing the paper before applying the Cosmic Shimmer onto my page here. I do try and move it around with my paintbrush as well, just to get that colour flowing. Now I'm just going to add some distressed re-inker colour here in Vintage Photo just all over my page. So I have spritzed it just lightly all over, and then just splattered some of the re-inker all over, and then just spritzed it with water again just to get that ink really moving. So this will go all in the nooks and crannies of that stencil that I created. So my butterflies here have been left to dry naturally, and I'm just going to quickly just fussy cut these out with the magic of speed up. So because it is a little bit painful for me fussy cutting, but I am getting better. So I'll just fussy cut all these out. Now I've got a Posca pen here, and I'm just going around the outside of all the butterflies. This will make them pop off the page. So this is where the fun begins. I love placing all these sort of things onto my page. So I'm just using some Aleene's tacky glue just to put these on the page. I find this glue really good because I've got some texture on the page. It holds the butterflies down really well. So I'm going to stack the butterflies just one on top of the other. This will also give it some good dimension. Now these Finnabair stamp sets do come with some quotes, so I'm actually going to stamp them out, and I'm going to heat set them with some Ranger's clear embossing powder. So this will finish off these quotes really nicely and give it a nice shine. Just going to finish off the page by just going around the outside. I've got a brown colour here, and just with my ink blending tool just going all around the edges. Now don't forget, all the supplies that I'm using today will be listed over on my website, and that website link will be down below. Now I'm also going around with the black as well, so this will actually give it some really good shading around the edge. So that's my art journal page all done today, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Sometimes you just don't know where things are going to take you until you just get started. Now don't go today without giving me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well for up and coming videos. And until next time everybody, happy crafting. See ya!